I want a bicycle tour. Now, will that be a possibility? I hope it will be, but it might not. I might not be able to get enough people together to support a bicycle tour, and that's perfectly okay. I understand that. It is reality, and I'm not oblivious to reality. But to say that I'm begging or people that are on Patreon are begging is just ridiculous.
Good morning, guys. I need to get up to the gym today, get a shower, change clothes. I gotta put that on the mission for today. It was storming, thundering, and lightning half of last night. And according to the weather map, it's definitely gonna be thundering and storming here in the next couple hours, so right now we got a lull in the rain, so I could probably break down camp, get everything packed away, go get cleaned up, and then actually go up to the library, edit some videos, and do that. Been starting to use this tent in the rain because this tent is actually done really, really well. It's a good summer tent, but it does really well in the rain. As you can see, there's lots of mesh here. There's my bike, and of course here's my gear. And the fly covers everything. This tent has like tons and tons and tons of mesh. And of course, it has this vent over here that you can open up with more mesh. So this thing stays very, very well vented. So there's no condensation on the inside of here, which means my sleeping bag isn't damp, which is nice. This is great, I like it. I just wish it was wider. It's not very wide. This thing is the Nightcat cot tent, and I bought it a couple of months ago, mainly for this situation right here because it rains a lot here, and a tent being on the ground. The only tent that actually does fairly decent in the rain that I have anyway is my military combat tent. But it is a monstrous pain in the butt to clean up. Sometimes there's mud that gets on it, and it's just, what a pain in the butt. This is a cot tent, so it actually stays off of the ground. So the tent doesn't get muddy. You don't have to worry about any of that. The cot is comfortable enough to sleep on without a sleeping pad. Lots of people use sleeping pads with this, but me, I don't really care that much because it actually feels pretty decent without the sleeping pad in it. And it's just one less thing to set up, you know. Obviously, blowing up a sleeping pad takes some time to deflate it and fold it up and all that stuff. I just throw my sleeping bag down on this cot and I'm more than fine. This tent is very, very airy, and it's very, very well ventilated. And as I went through a really heavy thunderstorm last night, so far it's been great. There's no leaks inside the tent itself, which is nice to wake up and not be in a puddle of water. It's great. It's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. So this is going to be really, really cool. I'm going to get camp packed up, and that's the only downside to this situation is this cot tent takes a while to I wouldn't say a while. It takes me a good 15 minutes to get everything folded up and put away. It's more than a nightmare to set up and take down. For a good night's sleep, yeah, it's definitely worth it.
The green goes really well with this environment, don't you think, guys? Yeah, kind of stealthy in some respects, I would say. It looks like it's gonna storm, so I'm gonna go up and get some supplies. We're not even gonna tear down the tent. I'm not even gonna bother with it right now. I'm gonna go get some supplies and get back here and just work on videos and stuff here in the tent. It's not worth taking everything down because it's gonna rain all day and all night. So hopefully nobody discovers anything back here and I'll be okay. I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping so. This weather is awful, dudes. It is awful. It is gonna rain all day today, probably all day tomorrow, probably all day the next day. It's like, oh my God, dude, I'm so sick and tired of rain. And then it's gonna get back into the 40s as a low. It's like, we're almost at June. What is, oh. I'm telling you, man, this place is just like, it's wearing on me really, really quickly. I'm trying to keep a positive mindset, but it's wearing on me. So we're probably gonna have to leave pretty soon. Get out of this area. So I decided to stop here at the park, and I was perusing through YouTube comments, and I came across the comment that I want to address because inevitably, and I mean inevitably, I knew that as soon as I said I wanted to start up a Patreon, I was going to inevitably get comments like this. So I decided I was going to address this comment because obviously I want you to understand my position. Before we get started, I do want to say that I don't know whether this guy meant this comment to be derogatory, whether he was just nitpicking or whatever, or whether he was coming from a genuine place. I don't know. But I want to address this comment because it's a clear example of the way a lot of people think about Patreon and crowdfunding services. He said, "Let me get this straight. You have no job, not much money, and you're going to become a Patreon beggar to finance bike touring." How do I address this?
I'm afraid you're mistaken, sir.
Okay, let's talk about the beggar thing first, okay? What is a beggar? A beggar is a person that asks for money for nothing, okay? He's a guy that usually sits on a street corner somewhere. He's asking for you to give him money for nothing. It's like, give me money. That's what these guys are. That's what a beggar is. A beggar has nothing to offer you whatsoever. He just asks, or she asks, for money.
Spare some change.
Leave me alone, I don't have any change!
All right, God bless you, sir.
Oh, now I feel bad. Here!
That is not what somebody who's creating a Patreon platform is doing. I know there's this misconception out there that everybody that starts up a Patreon or any kind of crowdfunding thing automatically is a beggar, is an e-beggar, because there are people out there that are like, give me money.
Show me the money!
The thing is, if you want to make videos full time, or you want to pursue creative endeavors full time, a lot of people can't do that, okay? And I understand that's the reality of life, okay? We would love to be able to pursue our creative endeavors to our heart's content, but reality gets in the way. We have to pay bills, okay? I'm in a unique position right now where I don't have many bills, so I can pursue creative endeavors if I so choose. And ultimately, guys, that is kind of what I want to do. I want to pursue creative endeavors. I'm tired. I'm really tired. I've worked all my life, ever since I've been 17 years old, on up, doing heavy industry, automotive, heavy equipment, forklifts, all kinds of different stuff. I've done it all my life. But ultimately, if you're creating content on a platform like Patreon, like YouTube, like Instagram, like TikTok, you are actually providing somebody something, okay? Whether it's informational, whether it's entertainment, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You're not begging for money for nothing. So it's ridiculous to say something like that. I want a bicycle tour. Now, will that be a possibility? I hope it will be, but it might not. I might not be able to get enough people together to support a bicycle tour, and that's perfectly okay. I understand that. It is reality, and I'm not oblivious to reality. But to say that I'm begging, or people that are on Patreon are begging, is just ridiculous, okay? Yes, I would like to create content on the road. In order for me to be able to do that, I'm going to have some sort of funding. I gotta have some sort of funding stream, That's what I have to have in order to be able to go out and do that. And that means creating content that maybe people would wanna watch. I don't know. Maybe some people would wanna watch, maybe people won't. The people that do, maybe it's worth something to them to be able to fund a bicycle tour. I don't know. It's all up to you. You don't have to support it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point I'm trying to say. If you want to support, great. If not, oh well, it's not a big deal. He said, let's say you make this work out, then what? Then a job becomes more difficult as you will have gaps in your resume.
You serious?
I find that statement fairly ridiculous. I'm sorry, man, but I find that ridiculous, okay? Some people want to go off and branch off and do their own thing. This is not 1960. There's a lot of people that actually go out and work for themselves, and they're going to have gaps in their resume. That's just a fact of life. Most jobs, and I'm going to tell you, I've put out a lot of resumes in my time. Most people are not looking at a resume going, oh, he's got a 2-year gap or there's nothing there. Most people just want to see what your experience level is. They want to see what your skills are, and then they'll hire you. They're not really going, oh my God, there's like a 6-month gap in his resume. Something's wrong. Oh my God. I've never, ever in my life heard an employer say anything about gaps in the resume. They care about what do you know how to do, what are your skills, and can you come to work immediately? That's what most employers are actually looking for. And as far as if I make it work out, then what? Well, obviously I'm gonna go on bicycle tour.
No, Sherlock.
I'm gonna spend lots and lots of time traveling across the country, meeting new people, meeting up with subscribers, going to bicycle events, just going around the country. And yes, it's pretty much going to be homeless, okay? That's the way bicycle touring is. I don't know if you've ever been on a bicycle tour, but you're practically homeless when you're on tour. I mean, you're living out of a tent, you're on the road. That's just the way it is. That's the reality of the situation. And that's what I would be doing. I would be doing it for a long term because I want to do a long, long bicycle tour. But I need supporters to be able to do that. That's just the reality of the situation. He continues on with, right now you have a lot of thoughts and prayers which are worthless. Essentially, your dream is now to stay homeless. No, my dream is not to stay homeless. I'm only homeless right now because I'm saving money and I'm in a transitional period right now. I do not want to go get an apartment in this place when I know I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to probably end up going to Florida if I can't get this bicycle tour funded. That's just the way it is. I'm not staying in this area, so I am not going to rent an apartment. And let me tell you, there's not very much that you can rent here on a weekly basis. I'm sure they exist, but they're in the ghetto and they're overpriced, and I do not want to pay that. So right now I'm trying to save money and I'm trying to live as cheap as I can until I get to where I'm going eventually. And as far as hopes and dreams being worthless, man, okay, they might be worthless to you, but hopes and dreams are what a lot of Americans, a lot of people around the world live on. Hope is a powerful thing for many, many people out there. Hope is what keeps people going in life.
Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things. And no good thing ever dies.
Once you stop pursuing your dreams, then yes, they become worthless, okay? And your dreams might be worthless because you stop pursuing them. My dreams are not worthless because I continue to pursue my dreams. And I am going to continue to pursue my dreams. So my hopes and my dreams are not worthless. My hope is what keeps me going. My dreams are my motivation. He continues on with saying, not trying to be negative, but remind you a bit of reality which you are losing track of over the last year or so. Every time I'm financially able to do it, I have to work. Yeah, that's reality, but you would have days off if you had a long-term job. That's how most of us take vacations. I'm really well aware of that, man. I've worked all my life, okay? And yes, I've taken vacations on the week that they give you in most jobs. My last job, not this last job I got fired from, but the job before that, it was plug power. I had a lot of time off, could never take it. It was so busy most of the time that most of the time I really didn't have time to take any personal time off. But yes, I'm very well aware of how vacations work and personal time off and jobs and having a long-term job. Maybe it appears to you that I'm losing reality, but I'm not. I'm very well aware of reality, guys. I get smacked in the face with the shovel of reality every single day, okay? I've lived in every type of situation you possibly can imagine. I've lived in the poorest areas. I've lived in a mansion before, okay? I've lived in really beautiful areas in this country, and I've lived in crap holes. I've been homeless, and I've had a lot of money before, okay? I've had it on both ends. I am very, very well aware of reality. I'm not in one little particular bubble. I know reality better than most. Now, as I know you might be coming from a good place and maybe you're concerned, and I'm not saying that you're not saying I'm concerned. I'm not saying that you're saying what you're saying, saying what you're saying. I'm not saying you're saying what you're saying because you're trying to be mean or maybe derogatory in any fashion, okay? You might not be doing that. You might be coming from a genuine place, and I understand that, okay? But to say that I'm losing grip on reality is just, you don't really know me, okay? You don't know my situation. You only know what I show you on the internet. I'm very well aware of reality. I understand how things work. I understand how the world works. I've been to several countries. I've been all over this United States. I've had a lot of different types of jobs. I'm very adaptable. Believe me, I am very, very well aware of reality. I'm also aware that my time is limited. I wasn't given very good genes, okay? My parents had everything from cancers to Alzheimer's disease to diabetes, whatever, you name it, heart disease, heart attacks, brain dementia, all kinds of stuff. I didn't get given good genetic material, okay? I'm also getting to that age where I'm starting to feel the breakdown of my body, right? I understand that there is a limited time for me to do the things that I want to do in life. There's going to be a point in time when I'm probably in a bed being an invalid somewhere. I don't want to get to the age of 65, if I even make it that long, which is very doubtful at this point. I don't want to get to that age and realize, dude, I could have went on bicycle tour. I could have done the things that I wanted to do. I could have tried to realize my dreams at an earlier age, and now it's too late. I don't want to get to that point. I don't come at this from a selfish perspective, guys. I don't. I'm not doing this for vanity, okay? Like, look at me, yo, look what I'm doing. I'm not doing that for that. I'm doing that because I like to travel by bicycle. I like to ride my bicycle. A lot of people have commented me over the years saying, you inspired me to ride bicycles and stuff like that. That's what I love. I love inspiring people to enjoy their lives, because we don't have very much time on this planet, okay? And one of the things that gives me a lot of pleasure is to be able to get on my folding bike and go for a ride. And if I could ride around the country inspiring people to get on their bikes and go for a ride and just even enjoy parks like this or enjoy parks at their own home, I feel like my mission is accomplished at that point. Lots of people would not want to go on a cross-country bicycle tour. You know why? Because it sucks. It really does. You're dirty all the time. You're sweaty. You're stinky. It's really hard to get good rest at night. I mean, there's a lot of downsides to going on a bicycle tour. It's not a pleasure cruise. It's not this awesome adventure that's just exciting and fun every second of the day. It's not. It's long, boring roads. It's blistering heat. It's heavy wind. It's rain. It's uncomfortable, to say the least, in a lot of respects. Bicycle touring is not fun. It just isn't. It's fun in a general sense, but it's not fun in a physical sense. There's a lot of hardship on bicycle tours. There just is. It's not a pleasure cruise, guys. It's not a vacation. It's not sitting on the beach in Thailand with your Mai Tai, drinking it and having fun and enjoying the scenery. That's not what bicycle touring is. Bicycle touring is the good, it's the bad, it's everything in between. And that's kind of how life is. That's the perfect metaphor for life. You have the good, you have the bad, and you have everything in between. I just want people to understand my position on this, okay? I want to ride to inspire, okay? I want to ride to find meaning in life. I want to ride to make personal connections with people that I meet all over the country. That's the reason I ride. I ride for the pure joy of riding, feeling the road, the turn of the pedals, the wind in my hair, the little things, being out in the world, not in some metal coffin somewhere on an interstate. That's why I ride. So this is not done for vanity purposes. And lest we forget, you do not have to support it. You do not have to support the bicycle tour at all. If you think I'm full of crap, you think I'm an e-beggar, you think I'm whatever, don't support it, okay? It's perfectly all right. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to address that comment because I knew I would inevitably get people that, oh my God, you're asking for money. Oh my God, you're whatever, you know, whatever, insert whatever anybody says here. You know what I'm saying? It's not that, all right? Lots of people start Patreons to help fund their work, fund their creative endeavors. I know tons and tons of creators personally that I knew in Colorado that had Patreons that funded their work. I'm trying to get my work funded so that I can go out there and make videos, maybe make some inspirational videos to motivate other people. If you don't want to support that, by all means, you don't have to. And as far as losing grip on reality, believe me, I know reality, guys. I really wish I would lose grip on reality. Maybe life would be a lot easier and less stressful. Anyway, guys, I'm going to probably head back over to the other side of the river and work on the Zizzo Merino and get the bottom bracket replaced, which I'm probably going to film. But I just thought I would address that because I knew I was going to get those kinds of comments as soon as I decided to start up a Patreon. Hey everybody, made it back to the tent. I'm pretty tired. I got to finish editing a video though so I can get it up on my channel tomorrow. Got to finish my Patreon and a couple other things. It's non-stop work. Anyway, guys, it's been a day. I'm running around. I actually did go over to Louisville and ride some of the routes because I'm planning on, by the end of this week, doing bicycle messengering again. I went and dusted off my bicycle backpack, so hopefully we could start doing that and actually, you know, have some money coming in, which would be really nice. So I'll see what I can do. And if I do start messengering, we're going to be vlogging the messengering. We're going to be vlogging the whole experience doing that on a day-to-day basis. So I think that would be kind of cool. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I'm going to bed down after I get on the computer and do some editing, and I'll fall asleep and get up and do it all over again tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I appreciate it. I hope you guys understand when I was responding to that comment, I was not throwing hate or throwing shade or making fun of that in any way. I just wanted to make my position clear. I wanted you guys to understand why I was creating a Patreon, okay? It's not about a woe's me, oh my God, my life is so horrible type of thing. It's not about that, man. It's about going out and doing some inspirational work, which is what I would like to do. If not enough people want to see that, not enough people want to support the Patreon, I understand. I really do, okay? I understand. Who wants to look at this ugly mug all day long? I understand, guys. So don't worry about it if you can't support it or help support or whatever. It's okay, it really is. Anyway, I'm gonna get ready. I gotta finish some editing and then I gotta get to bed. So I'm gonna end the video here. Guys, if you like the video, slap a like on it. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave it down in the comment and question section, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.